I feel sad for him. Oh no. We recently learned that iconic 90s actor and still working James Van Der Beek has been diagnosed with colorectal cancer. He shared that he was forced to go public with that news after a tabloid threatened to expose his private medical information. Well, now we are learning a lot more about James and his cancer journey. He is speaking in depth with People magazine, and he reveals that his cancer, his colorectal cancer, is stage 3. As many of you might know, cancer is classified by 4 stages, 1 to 4. Stage 4 cancer means it has metastasized and spread all over your body. Stage 3 cancer means the cancer is pretty big and or spread to nearby areas. So stage 3 cancer is really concerning to me, and I'm sure to him as well, and his wife. And they have 6 young children. 6 children aged 14 and younger. James is just 47 years old, and he revealed that he was first diagnosed when he was 46 in the summer of 2023. He also I have learned so much through him now. More and more young people are getting diagnosed with cancer. Back in 1995, 1 out of every 10 people that was diagnosed with colorectal cancer was under the age of 55. Now, that number is 1 out of every 5. That's a ginormous increase. Why? Why? James says that's one of the reasons I want to talk about it, his cancer journey, and the reason I'm talking about it so openly, to educate people. He explains, I've been dealing with this pretty much in secret for a while, and in the past, I've found it helpful and cathartic to share things publicly. And I've found a lot of support that way. But more than that, I really wanted to raise awareness. What's especially shocking is he was a very healthy person and has no family history of cancer. He would exercise, he was a healthy eater, and here we are. James says, I'd always associated cancer with age and with unhealthy, sedentary lifestyles. But I was in amazing cardiovascular shape. I tried to eat healthy, or as far as I knew at the time. But in the summer of 2023, he noticed some changes in his bowel movements. He thought his diet was to blame. I thought maybe I needed to stop coffee, he says, or maybe not put cream in the coffee. But when I cut that out and it didn't improve, I thought, all right, I better get this checked out. So he went and he got a colonoscopy, and he says, I felt really good coming out of anesthesia, that I'd finally done it. Then the gastroenterologist said in his most pleasant bedside manner that it was cancer. I think I went into shock. Yeah, I would too. Treatment for colorectal cancer typically involves not just chemotherapy, but also surgery. And while James does not want to go into specifics, he does say, if you've heard about it, I've probably touched on it. This has been a crash course in the mastery of mind, body, and spirit. I thought this is either going to take me out of the body or it's going to teach me how to truly live in it. He says that he tries to stay positive, but, quote, the trickiest thing is there are so many unknowns with cancer. You think, how do I fix this? Is this healing me? Is this hurting me? Is this working? Is it coming back? As someone who likes answers, not knowing is one of the hardest things. He also doesn't want to talk about stages of recovery or remission, which I respect, but that worries me. That worries me. I think it worries me because I'm just speculating the worst. But he says he's feeling good. He says, I'm very cautiously optimistic. I'm in a good place of healing. My energy levels are great. When I've been out of the woods completely for what feels like a responsible amount of time, I'll circle back and let you know. I have a lot to live for. Oh, sending him. I don't even know. All of the positive vibes. Healing. And thank you for sharing, James. It really was eye-opening to me. I am going to schedule my first ever colonoscopy because of him.